Welcome to online learning. Today we'll learn about a new chapter, and the name of the chapter is Towards Freedom. In this chapter we'll learn about various protests and wars fought against the British colonial power, and we also learn about the famous freedom fighters who fought against the cruel British rule. India has always been famous for spices, textiles, jewellery and falls. The Arabs were among the first to come to India for trade. Then next came the Portuguese, then the French, and at the end came the British. The British emerged as the most powerful among them. They traded through the English East India Company. The company bought goods cheaply from India and sold them abroad at high prices. These are the things which are brought from India to Europe, and these things were sold at high prices. This resulted in huge profit for the company. Definitely, when you buy something with cheap price and when you sold those things at a high price, definitely you will gain a high profit. And gradually they came here for trade and they started capturing our land. They made factories and slowly they expanded their area in our Indian subcontinent. Little by little, the English East India Company established control over the whole of India. Taking advantage of the lack of unity among the Indians, the British conquered large parts of India and established their rule. During those days, there was no unity among the Indian rulers. They were fighting among themselves to show their power and to conquer other territories. Discontent among Indians. Once the British were firmly established in India, they exploited the farmers, traders, craftsmen and the rulers of local kingdom. So, what does discontent mean? Discontent among Indians. Once the British were firmly established in India, they exploited the farmers, traders, craftsmen and the rulers of local kingdom. So what was this discontent? Discontent means dissatisfaction with anyone. That means suppose I am not satisfied with you, that is dissatisfaction or discontent. So why? When the farmers, traders, craftsmen and the rulers not satisfied with the British. The farmers were not satisfied with the British because the farmers were asked to pay very high taxes. Even when there was flood, when there was drought, that time also they were asked to pay high amount of taxes. The farmers were asked to grow indigo, a plant which is a source of indigo dye and cotton. The farmers in India were forced not to grow rice, wheat, or other edible crop. So, what will be eaten by farmers and their family and other people? Due to this, farmers in India became poorer and many died due to starvation. Cheaper mill-made cloth was imported into India from England. It created a huge demand in the Indian market, whereas the Indian weavers made cloth was rejected. As a result, the handloom industry of India suffered and lakhs of weavers became unemployed. They suffered the same fate as the farmers. The British did not allow the Indians to open mills and factories. Indian traders were not allowed to trade in items of their choice. Indian rulers and princes were also unhappy with the British. Why? A law was passed by the British which stated that if a ruler did not have a male child, then upon the death of that ruler, his kingdom would be taken by the British. So, what was this infamous law? The name of the law was Doctrine of Leaves. And according to this law, if the ruler did not have any biological heir to the throne, then the kingdom would lapse into the hands of the British. That means the kingdom will be annexed by the British, or it will go to the hand of the British. And by this they annexed Satara, Nagpur and Jhansi. And due to this, the Indian rulers were not happy with the British. By using unjust and unfair means, the British sought to expand their hold over India. The dissatisfaction and anger of most Indians led them to revolt. The doctrine of lapse is not only unjust or unfair means, many others unfair means were there. And all these unjust and unfair means were used by the British to expand their hold over India. And due to this, the Indian rulers, farmers, craftsmen, and the traders became angry. Now today's homework. Who were the first to trade with India? Who were the most powerful European to trade with India? What were the items bought from India by the English people, and which crops were grown by Indian farmers possibly? I hope you like today's class. In our next class, we'll be learning about revolt against the British and what had happened after that revolt. Thank you, gracias, mercy. Thank you very much.